Hey guys, everyone, I'm for the video. Today I'm doing Season 3, Episode 2, Hop to Drop, and Turning Point. That's all I have to say. Let's get to it. So, starting out with the episode, Anne and the planters go just to get the mail, but you know how life works with the planters. Very interested in Earth, so Sprig almost jumps into a wood chipper, Polly makes trouble with some people, and Hop Hop nearly gets scammed. Anne really learns what parenting's all about, and you know, her parents kind of finally sympathize with her. Then Anne, even in her own house, has the planters doing dumb things. After that, she talks with the planters and tells them that, you know, they gotta get better at not being A, scammed, B, aggravated, and C, touching things. You know, Sprig's very hands-on. You gotta press those buttons and levers, kind of like a Private in the Madagascar Penguins movie. I was watching that recently and just kind of made that connection. So then they go to the mall to deal with the planters' problems, and Anne gives each of them a task. Polly has to go to a Build-A-Bear place. Well, it's construct a carnivore. And I never noticed that. Sprig has to go through a thing of stuff museum, I guess, like a bunch of weird looking stuff. I mean, there's Cool Bean, which I think is just supposed to represent the Chicago Bean. Then there's Dice, and then Ringtone and Bun. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know what it's doing in the middle of a, store, or in the middle of the mall, but And I also want to say you can look at the background with the slacks and soft pretzels and Old Navy instead of Old Navy. That is it, right? I haven't gone to a mall in forever. Forever 22, and I think there's a store called Forever 21. I don't know. I don't really know much about shops. And Hop Hop has to go through an alley with all the kind of free stuff and can't be scammed. At the malls I've gone to, there aren't really alleys with free stuff, but I also remember that in a Big City Greens episode there was that kind of stuff, so, Also, they live in bigger cities. So, Polly goes to construct a carnivore, and at first it's going good, but she's starting to get a little aggravated after all the babies taking her stuff. Then we go to Sprig, who's, really struggling not to touch everything, all this weird stuff. But then, he really tries, and he succeeds in not touching most of it until he sees this. A thing with a bunch of levers, mirrors, etc. And I don't even know what this is. It just got a big eyeball and spikes. I don't know what this is doing in a mall. I'm really surprised, or not surprised. I'm confused about it. But it's there. So we'll just let the show do what it will do. And Sprig is at his edge point just as Polly was. And then we have to switch over to Hop Hop, who's, really struggling with this for free thing, but ends up dodging most of the obstacles. And then this police officer has to be pretty dumb. I don't know what the word would be for it, though. He sees a stranger danger poster, which I don't even know why they have those posters, but he thinks Hop Hop is a stranger danger, even though he's in a mall. All kinds of weird people go into malls, but whatever. And Anne runs into an old friend, one of those people that thinks they're friends with you and you don't want to be mean to them because they're nice people. You just don't really like hanging out with them. And, Anne has to come up with a story as to why she's been gone for so long. She was at a farm. I feel like farm is a go-to. Sorry, little kids, if you're watching this, but if your mom told you that your grandma or grandpa's on a farm, it means she's gone. And, the dog went to the farm. Yeah, it's dead. I know this is kind of, harsh and bad, but it's always a go-to farm. I went to a farm. I mean, I know Anne didn't die, but still, I guess farm is the go-to. And although Anne tries to escape, she cannot escape from the gossip that her friend's giving her. And although I thought Anne liked all the gossip, but It's just one of those things. They each see Anne talking with her friend, Gabby, I think, and they each use it as an opportunity to either A, touch something, B, get mad after the baby literally translates in baby destroy, and it's just so weird. Destroys it like in half. It's a really strong baby or really weak parts, I don't know. And she takes it as a chance to get angry, and Hop Pop takes it as his chance to take something that finally drew him in, coppers, which fountains, and newsflash, Hop Pop, coppers don't mean as much in the human world as they do in Woodward. Coppers are just kind of a fraction of a dollar, which can get you like nearly nothing. But, and you're stealing people's wishes, but he didn't know. So Anne helps the planters escape by helping Sprig and Polly get in disguise and helping Hop Pop after he turns green and gets chased by a police officer by making the police officer get kind of drowned by the moms that were chasing Polly. Also, Polly is still just around the same young as her. It's like, obviously not really, but young, just like the baby. So you're literally trying to chase a baby. I mean, those moms are a little off. Anyway, Anne saves the day, and they go outside and have to go through the doors to the dumpster, I guess. And yeah, also there's a whole love rhombus thing going on with the friend group, I guess, at the school, and that's a ugh. I don't know why I'm shaking, but it sounds so weird to me. Anyway, that is the end of Hop to the Drop. And actually, it's not. That's what I forgot to say. They actually have a conversation about how Anne thought that throwing them into the deep end would work, and saying that it worked with her and Amphibia. And the planters laughed and said, it didn't really work, and they'd been by her side the entire time, and that's why she kind of got through. And all I have to say about that is, I feel like she might not have been thrown into the deep end of Amphibia, but technically was still kind of a deep end for her, saying Amphibia is different than Earth. And I don't want to say much because the planters definitely were there for her, but I still think she had to go through a lot in Amphibia. But I guess the planters also have gone through a little bit in Earth so far. The next episode is about Sasha and Grime, and it's kind of like last season where, it took the first episode, and then we finally get to see what happened to Sasha and Grime after the big fight. And so what happens is they escape, jumping out the window and all that. It answers my question, even though the trailer already did, that Lady Olivia did not know anything about Andrew's plans. And, it also shows that the toads get taken, a lot of the toads get taken by the robots, and that a robot is following Sasha and Grime. Sasha and Grime go to Wartwood because they know that's a place that they would probably not be found, instead of, like going to Toad Tower or something, even though that place got gone. And so Sasha and Grime say that Anne sent them there, instead of saying that Anne is in another world, and that they're there to protect Wartwood. And yeah. Then Grime and Sasha go to the planter's house to, stay. And Grime's a little too big, but he still takes Hop Pop's bed. And then, Sasha finds the snails and sleeps in their hay, which, whatever suits you. And then a bunch of the townspeople come around and, give her music or, pie as a thanks for guarding them. And Wally even does the whole, Anne really taught me about friendship, being honest and kind. And, Sasha's kind of like not doing that, in the fact that she's lying about where Anne is and all that. Then Sasha goes back to the barn, and Grime shows up saying that his sister did make it out. And I also want to say that there's a bat doing it now. I bet there were still, mosquitoes, but a bat is delivering it, which I think is probably better than mosquitoes, because I feel like bats might not want to drain your blood, but they might still. I don't know. Maybe it's like a fruit bat. And anyway, so his sister says that, Grimes' sister says that they've made it to safety and that trying to get her brother to join them. Yep, they're planting strawberries. Afterwards, they see a robot that we've saw in the finale, not one like the one in our previous episode, and it followed them, and they destroy it, but more are coming. After the robot, Grimes suggests that they leave the old town, but Sasha's like they're helpless, and then she goes to kind of think, and she goes into Anne's room and finds Anne's journal. I assume Anne started that journal after the whole teasing thing about Marcy and her journal back in Newtopia, and she probably started it then. And she's got all this other stuff, and that made Sasha realize, I have to fight for this town, I have to fight for Anne. She goes to the town town square, I guess, and tells them all the truth about not knowing where Anne is, if she's on Earth or some other world, or all of that stuff. Any information that she lied about, she told them there. I don't know if she gathered a town meeting. I know it's not important. There's something random to say. Quickly after that, a ginormous robot approached, and it shot out a bunch of little robots. Sasha and Grime try to fight it off, and Grime ends up, saying, hey, there's no world without you, Lieutenant. I feel like we've been through this before with, season 2 as well, but he's always going to stick with Sasha, and they try to fight off the rest of the beasts, but then the town jumps in, which, it shows that the old sweet lady with the pie is also very strong, as well as Wally with his accordion, and the mayor is really strong, and, Loggle's Loggle, and the magic really helps from Maddie. And the Sundew group, by meaning Ivy and her mom, Felicia? I forgot her name. Alright, I forgot her name. It starts with an F and it sounds like Felicia or something. I don't know. And so they realize that the town is very strong and that they all together will start a rebellion. And that was Hop to the Drop / The Turning Point, the season 3, episode 2 of Amphibia. Such a great episode. Can't wait for more. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.